Hi, this is Stephen Frew. Uh, we're going to do a series of podcasts, six actually, as an introduction to a project I'm very excited about that we've been working on for over a year. It's called the Scaffolding of Marriage. It's a new way to imagine and think about marriage. And these podcasts are going to give you an intro, each of them, to what it's all about. Hopefully, you'll get enough there so that it will whet your appetite for more. Because this model is very exciting and doing wonderful change in perspective with couples, mostly couples in say their midlife, early midlife, and couples beyond that. These six podcasts are for those of you who are seriously interested in bringing fresh energy, new ideas, and new life into your marriage. We're creating scaffolding your marriage as a sort of idea mill, meaning we invite your co creation. Hope that's clear. We are doing this with partners using the scaffolding model. It's a wake up model in which invitation to positive conflict. Stop there, think of that. Positive conflict, huh? What do you mean? We see conflict as a pain in the butt. No, we're talking about positive conflict, not chronic argumentation. So it's a wake up model in which invitation to positive conflict supports real change in brainstorming relationship challenges. Now, I know I put a lot in that sentence, but I want you to think about it. Positive conflict creates a real good context for brainstorming your marriage and what's going on. Positive conflict is a term we use for conflict with a purpose. Contrast to argumentative, competitive rehashing, attacking, blaming, shaming, all of that stuff we're familiar with, not that kind of conflict. That's old. Let's throw it away. Positive conflict recognizes the emerging differences people experience, the emerging differences, the coming up now, we're seeing them. Those differences people experience in long term relationships, and it invites articulation of those differences while you both are being held in the foundation of love's origin. That's another heavy sentence. Love's origin, where we started, the big bang of this relationship. And then we foundational. We are elementary. We are maybe a lot roommates. We are just deciding who we are and what we do with each other. You know, space, whose space, my space, your space, whose money, time, schedules, all of that stuff is foundational. Beautiful. That's what we do. That's how we start. Okay? But differences, even in that elementary phase, naturally, as you get more comfortable with each other, who you are and what you're about starts to emerge. If you're in a neurotic, depressed, suppressed relationship, you try to suppress the differences. You try to adapt. You try to make good with, and so forth. That suppression, you pay a big price for that suppression. In the um, uh, time of emergence in the scaffolding model, you get to look at those differences as they're emerging and encourage them. That's what I mean by the articulation of them. I'm a different man now than I was last year, last June, when I married you. You're a different woman now, after you've had a child with me, than you were that night I took you out and we danced all night. With differences happen, and that's good. And we want to articulate what that means and how that affects their partnership. These conflicts have a purpose: to know each other better. That's common sense, right? These conflicts have a purpose to know each other better and to know each other more deeply, to reframe relationship patterns that are no longer serve life and loving, and to challenge the creation and expression of what's next and what's new. So that's the way we always have done it. We're letting that go. That goes out the back door. How we do it today. Gee, you never talked to me that way before. Well, is there something wrong with the way I'm talking with you? No, but it's different. Yeah, I know, because I see you different today. or you see me different today, or I want something different today, or I'm a different man, you're a different woman. All of that. This partnership is different, and it keeps being different. And we need to learn how to embrace that, articulate it, and embrace it. That's called positive conflict. The masterminding infuses the relationship with new energy, new awareness of love's origin and the energy it offers. That means that love's origin, the falling in love part, that love's energy, the Big Bang, that is there throughout the relationship, but it gets backgrounded with the life's demands. And we want to keep teasing that into the present. In this conflict, there is love. And what is the love about, and how are we accessing the love? The energy, there's energy in that. There's other ways we're going to teach you how to access energy that has a lot to do with your intimate connection. Within a community of relationships where change and growth are welcomed, we welcome and even invite your co-creation with this model around renewing love's presence, around creating a new paradigm or new paradigms for healthy sustainability and long-term commitment, and in effect, offering the world a rebirthing model for marriage. We have a saying we use: healthy marriages make the world a safer place for children. Stephen Fruit, thank you.